Hey, if you can't dazzle them with brilliance,
Baffle them with bull. Hello, listeners. Welcome back to Baffled by Bull. This is one of your hosts, Zach. Sitting across from me, this handsome gentleman, Xavier.
what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Baffled by Bull.
We have a special guest today.
Very special guest, but first I want to welcome Zach back from vacation. He went to Disney World.
I sure did. I fed the mouse.
He fed the mouse. Gotta keep the mouse happy. But did you hear the mouse? He's on our show.
Oh, Zach, I want to put it on you again.
First guest, how's it feel?
Oh, man, first guest.
This is Brian, by the way, one of our brothers.
Nice
Older
to
brother,
meet you.
wiser. Well,
Much more handsome.
Much handsome.
He's bronzed.
Oh, he's golden.
We'll post a picture for you
this
ladies.
is the prognosticator of prognosticator, the bullshitter of bullshitters.
I do not bullshit anyone's good sir.
I'm sorry, you just got the brilliance part.
Mostly, I'd agree with that. And the good looks.
But anyway, thanks for that welcome back.
I feel
from
like I got
vacation.
the good looks on this one.
Zach goes to Disney World a lot, doesn't he?
He does. It's like every year he goes.
Every year. I've been there, and it's exhausting. It's absolute.
Did you run into me there once by accident? Like you didn't even know I was there.
My wife likes to go. I always say that we want to start a support group for her, for people who go to Disney World, because, first of all, these women are insane. She shops it constantly.
Well, since we're talking about Disney, let's talk about the end of the world.
It is. That would be.
Is it a good place to harbor?
I feel like that's a good segue.
That would be a good place to go towards the end of the world.
I can tell you this much: they got the Halloween parties rolling. Endless candy.
Endless candy.
They run out. There's like 40 more boxes magically show up.
And if you haven't guessed it yet, today's topic is the end of the world.
Brought to you by Brian.
I don't know. Tractor Supply?
Tractor Supply would be a good. Home Depot.
The Home Depot?
Dried goods.
Oh, exciting news, by the way. We have a sponsor.
Who's our sponsor?
You know, I'll let you introduce him. Rocket Duds.
RocketDuds.com, your premier space-themed apparel company, coming to you on October 1st.
RocketDuds.com.
October 1st. What a great day.
What a great day.
So
that
let's
is
break
actually
in.
Brian's birthday that I just found out. I think he's lying, but
I am not
He's
lying.
not lying.
October 1st. And I celebrate from October 1st all the way to the 31st. And we don't even call it October. We call it Rocktober.
Rocktober.
So I take advantage to celebrate the entire month.
So Halloween is not actually, it's your party.
It's just the end of my party.
It's my party. I'll cry if I want
and
to.
back to the end of things, we're talking about the end of the world. Y'all getting off topic. So I feel like I got to be...
We'll move on to the end of the world.
I got to police you guys.
Crack that whip.
I mean, I guess first week is our...
Well, we're going to be talking about what happened. How did the world end?
Everybody usually goes with the meteorite or
Brian
some kind of
ate
chemical got
beans.
loose. Or
Brian ate some beans.
Yeah, Monday's beans went bad.
I think it's not something that... It doesn't matter what happened, but let's say like 80% of the population just happened to cease to exist.
Just think about the stink for the first month or two. I mean, this is going to be Randy. This is going to be good. I mean,
I
Who's Randy?
don't mean to point
I
out.
don't know who Randy is, but he had beans on Monday, and this.
I mean to point out the obvious here, but it's much like you eating beans. The stink is
No, it's going to be
unbearable.
it's going to be unbearable, and I mean, air conditioning is not going to be an option.
I say we just throw them in the river.
Yeah, week one's going to suck.
Week one's not going to be good. Week two's not going to be good either. I don't think you're going to have a good. I mean, full 3-4 months before the stank's gone.
Just gonna stay inside.
We're gonna have somebody coming out on a cart and they're gonna be like, "Bring out your dead."
Well, the stank's going to be one thing. I think we talked about this off the show, but the nuclear power plants around the country are going to become a huge thing. So you're going to want to move away from any place that's going to have those things.
So you're saying you don't want to be microwaved?
I don't want to be gamma rayed or microwaved or anything. So I think I looked at a list. There are like 14 or 15 states that don't have nuclear power plants. I'm going to Alaska because it's going to be cool there.
No, it's not going to be cool. It's going to be cold.
Well, I take cold over hot.
it's better to put more on than take everything off.
I don't know. When y'all are getting eaten by polar bears, I'm going to be in Florida enjoying the sunshine.
We're going to be eating the polar bears and the salmon.
I guarantee a polar bear could take both of you on.
I'm telling you right now, I will bring a gun and shoot a polar bear, and my wardrobe is going to be amazing. I am going to look good. I mean, I am going to be Game of Thrones.
I can see this. I can see you wearing that nice polar bear.
Walking down the aisle now, Brian in a 2020 polar bear.
Oh my God, is he wearing grizzly bear underwear?
Look at those.
My God, stop the train.
It says grizzly
Look
over
at look at those claws.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be claws dang. Oh, I'm completely fashioning it up. I mean, that's the better look for big guys. Is you got a bear thrown over you.
So let's get back to the end of the world. The people have died. They've started to stink. The stink is going away. There's nothing more to eat.
So you want to talk about week one necessities?
I'm hungry, dude. What are we eating? End of the world.
I'm going for a lot of dried goods, dried meats and stuff like that. You're still going to have some solar power. So, I mean, you'll be able to cook stuff, but I mean, it's not going to be as easy as it's been.
Well, you could start a campfire and cook like they did for thousands of years.
Yeah, I'm just going to be honest.
That's why I want to move to Alaska, because you can just hang something out there in the open. It's pretty much the air conditioning.
I'm going to put it out there at the beginning of this conversation. I'm not going to be one that lasts. I cannot go long periods of time without air conditioning.
I have to agree. Zach's not.
I'm a goner.
Air conditioning.
All I got to say is don't eat me first.
I don't think Xavier's going to make it long either.
What would be my demise, Brian?
For starters, your nickname is Gummy.
We're getting down to the truth here.
You are softer than brand new marshmallows.
I'll show you soft.
You're an air conditioned guy.
Well, for the first time on Baffled by Bull history, we knocked out one of our guests.
Brian all of a sudden had to go.
Oh, the Whitney boys get offended quick.
Our first and last guest.
Especially when you call them soft
Listen, we can dish it out. We can't take it.
No.
Did you see how much damage the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man did?
You're going to last?
I would last. Because I can fix shit.
Okay, first of all, this happens. Who are you going to hang out with? I'm going to hang out with Rick. Go and find Rick. Rick, I'm telling you, he's got the machinery. He's got the know-how. He's got the
he owns part of the river.
Right. He's willing to cut your arm off. Aaron's another one. I'll go find Aaron. Aaron's going to sew you up when you find. Oh look, I got too close to the grizzly bear trying to make some.
The Rick and Aaron coalition of the world.
Yeah.
Of the southeastern Louisiana.
Yeah.
But forced to be reckoned with.
Yeah. I think those. Forrest would be another one. Forrest is
he's going to be like Rambo in the woods.
By the way,
he would only come out like every 30 days.
By the way, for the listeners, these people we're mentioning are brothers.
Yeah, there are a lot of brothers. There's 10 brothers. So if you hear us talk about our brothers, it's because we have a lot of brothers.
Let's say it's just our siblings. I feel like we would be a force to be reckoned with when it comes to surviving after the apocalypse.
No, if we tried working together,
There's
my
too
God.
many-
We'd
There's
fall
too many
apart.
personalities where people won't get along. Some of us will. Some of us will realize, okay, let's follow Rick because he may have a good plan. And then Forrest will be like, hey, let's follow Rick because it's a good plan. And then somebody says something he didn't like.
Let's follow
and then
Rick
Brian
he's
would
got
get
a
sensitive.
No, he has two bobcats.
He has two bobcats.
Two bobcats. Anyway, so there'd be so many personalities. I don't think it would work out to have everybody.
And then how would you feed all of us? We don't eat a normal amount of human food.
And then imagine if somebody got more food than the other. I mean, oh my goodness, I've been there. At the end of the world, like childhood.
He got two more beans than me.
He got two more beans than me.
I'm going away from y'all.
So basically, our childhood was like the apocalypse.
Could have been like you getting to fight for
eat
food.
Eat or be eaten.
Yeah.
Or eat or I'll eat your food.
Yeah.
You either catch a piece of chicken or
you don't.
the
chickens didn't always fly across the table.
Yeah. So I think that I would probably follow Rick around or Aaron around and see what they were going to do. But I think a coalition of Whitneys would break apart real quick because there's a lot of leaders and no Indians,
no followers,
no followers.
Who would you eat first?
No
food.
Out of our family,
you're having trouble scavenging. There's nothing left.
Out of our family, or
Yeah.
I'm going after Xavier. He's like the Wagyu beef of people. he's been eating good.
He eats very good. He eats healthy, but
But
also he's that every now and then he'll get that fast food.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got that little bit of fat in there, but not a lot.
I'm telling you. I'd put him on the grill for a little.
I agree
like
with
a
you.
5 or 8 hour smoke.
I agree.
Yeah, I think
Who would you say the most muscular person in our family would be?
None
Richie.
None.
Richie.
We'll eat the nephews.
Eat the nephews.
Because we're all fatty. Nobody wants to eat just fat.
Well, I mean, if you
You make good crackling.
I would try not to eat anyone. I think we would try eating something else.
Well, as Xavier puts it, gun to your head. Who would you eat first?
Gun to your head, who would you eat first?
Whoever I saw first, gun to my head. Whoever had the gun to my head, I'm eating your ass.
Excuse me, sir.
Who do you want me to eat?
You're right.
Gentleman that has the gun to my head, can I borrow that for a second?
I'm going to need your arm.
I see who I'm going to eat.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think a crock pot would do good for an arm. Some carrots, some potatoes.
You might have to cut it a little short, maybe the forearm.
Yeah, but
Would you like some digit stew?
But see, I like filtered water. I'm a water snob, so I think I would, that's where I would lose it. Is I would have to drink like brown unfiltered water.
You like the minerals?
Yeah, and I would be looking at it and like, I don't know how people did in the olden days. I'm like,
I feel like you should purchase some life straws. You know what those are?
Right now, I'm picturing the scene in Back to the Future. Maybe it's Back to the Future 2. I'm not sure.
Part 2.
Is it part 2?
Hand him a glass of water.
Hand him a glass of water and it's brown, and then he goes and eats the rabbit, and he's got to spit out the BBs from the buckshot.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with the BBs, but the brown water. But like I said, I'll order Life Straws. Hopefully, they can become a sponsor of the show. That would be great.
Thank you, Life Straws. We try to get Popeyes as a sponsor. That would be pretty nice.
Yes.
Chicken sandwiches.
Love Popeyes. Hey,
What is
you
Popeye's
didn't get
problem?
one.
What is their problem? Why can't they get this chicken sandwich again?
Popeyes won't exist, and their chicken sandwich won't exist when the apocalypse comes. Think about that.
You might lose me there. Like Popeyes is not existing. It's like gun to my head.
I mean, Popeyes and air conditioning.
Just pull the trigger.
Just pull the trigger.
Actually, I'll just go lay
dead.
down in the hole, and then you can do it.
You know, without 2 piece spicy and some red beans. Jeez.
They did away with onion rings. Did you know that? Popeyes no longer has onion rings?
I didn't know they had onion rings.
Oh my god, the best onion rings ever.
I don't know about that. I would have heard of them. I think.
You got a point there. Maybe I'm just alone.
We're going to have to do another food episode.
Yeah, a lot of food here. Where's the candy at?
I don't know. We had candy for the show.
You boys
We got
decided-
candy.
No, Zach was hiding the candy. Again.
We're little fat kids. Of
sorry.
course we have candy.
There's Skittles and
So back to the end of the world. Where would you go to shelter?
Alaska.
No, well, I'm talking. Let's stay in the local area.
Oh, here?
Yeah, provided they could.
Let's just pretend that
The nuclear
Water
plant
for 3 doesn't exist. Okay.
Brian seems like a person where, like, if that's happening, he's got his mind. He's already said Alaska like 10 times.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
He's
okay.
not waiting.
My
around.
question is,
Not
how are you
waiting.
going to get to Alaska?
Suburban.
Suburban. A Tahoe.
The Suburbanator.
So
that's
people
right.
can rob you on the roads.
No, I am going to find dirt bikes, and we're going to dirt bike there. Enduro dirt bikes, and
I would love to see your wife try to ride a dirt bike.
Amy's not going to make it week 1. My wife is dead meat.
Are you leaving her?
Even though I wouldn't put her in a crock pot. She's a vegetarian and skinny. And,
It wouldn't taste good.
Not enough fat in that.
She mostly eats bacon. We talked about that on
Right.
another episode.
Is that a real thing? Bacon?
Yeah,
the
she
fake
eats
bacon.
it. She eats fake
I
bacon.
don't get
all the
that.
time.
Making foods to look like foods that you don't want to eat.
It's
That's my opinion, by the way.
different strokes for different folks.
There's
She's not
nothing
gonna,
wrong with
That's why
bacon.
she's not going to make it. The faking would
Has
end.
she ever tried bacon?
Yeah,
Real
she's-
bacon?
Yeah, she would have to eat meat. She wouldn't eat
What
meat.
if a person's
not
mind
always-
says, I've tried real bacon, now let me try this bacon? You can never... That's like saying, hey, don't eat Popeyes, go eat KFC.
It's not bad though. I mean, if we don't have bacon and there's a little piece laying on the, I'll pick it up and eat it. And it's not bad. The burgers aren't bad either.
But it's
The
not
burgers are
bacon.
actually pretty. The Boca burgers.
Boca burgers or the Morning Star ones.
I'm obviously on the other side of the fence from you.
You don't. I mean, I'm not.
Y'all would not be letting the
I don't know.
agree with you.
I stopped eating cheese, and I just had some fake cheese that tasted like real cheese, and I don't believe it. I think they lied on the packaging, and that wouldn't exist in the end of the world either.
Fake cheese?
Fake cheese.
Yeah, that would be a heartbreaker for me because I like some cheese. on anything.
What about butter? I like butter.
Butter's
Like that,
good.
I can't believe it's not butter.
What?
I can't do it. Can't do it.
Butter?
Nobody would be able to make Oreos anymore.
But I'm good without Oreos. I'm good without butter.
Doritos, Cool Ranch.
No more Cool Ranch Doritos.
I could live with that.
We're good.
Popeyes is the deal killer.
That's
I
it.
agree.
I'm eating
It
meals.
doesn't even have to be the chicken sandwich. I mean, it was good, but just
I'm going to-
Popeyes on the bone chicken.
I know I'm going to be bringing up the movies a little bit sooner. What was it? Zombieland. He goes around trying to find Twinkies. What if you went around to the country trying to find Popeyes? And then you bring your own supply of chickens. Bring a trailer with chickens, and then you go get the batter and stuff.
You gotta travel the country with a trailer full of chickens.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, "Sir, can we buy some of your chickens? We just want to eat them." Right. No, I'm looking for a Popeyes.
This is my delicious Popeyes chicken sandwich. Go away.
Yeah, I think that's not feasible. That's not going to happen. But the Twinkies, Twinkies are going to last a while. I mean, you got a truck full of Twinkies, and they're.
But is that something to fill the hole of
the Popeyes?
Yeah.
No, but I think eventually that I could home make something that would be as good as Popeyes, but not Popeyes. We'll just remember it. But
I don't think that's good enough.
I'm gonna get me some dirt bikes and some saddles on them, and it'll probably be me and my children. I'm not sure if how far my wife would make it.
I'll ask
you brought
how far do you think Amy would make it on the road?
I think
I think
on the
Baton
road.
Rouge.
On the road, we're on the road. We got the
road
bikes.
again.
I think she could ride a dirt bike. She used to ride horses.
I'm going to say
A
Baton
horse and a
Rouge.
dirt bike are two different things. It might actually be more complicated to ride a horse. I don't know.
I've never ridden a horse. I've ridden dirt
I've
bikes
never ridden a
before.
dirt bike.
It's
Like I said in the beginning, I know I'm not lying. I'm done.
yeah, you're long gone.
That AC goes off, I'm just going to sit out in the front yard till somebody wants
You
to
got
shoot me or eat
like
me.
40 minutes before you go. But I think she'd hop on a dirt bike. And
You'd walk in the
That's
door to come
bullshit. I'm surviving.
You'd walk in the door to come and get me, and the air's off. And I'm like, just go without me.
Yeah.
Just go. I'm done.
Well, I think Alaska's not a bad idea, but I don't think I would go that far.
How far?
I would say like Oregon, but there's a bunch of weirdos in Oregon.
If you were going into Tahoe,
Oh yeah, Oregon's gonna be weird for a while. It's gonna be really.
I was thinking
weird.
like Tennessee maybe.
Like there will be people going through with mad withdrawals in Oregon. And then the East.
I don't have my venti latte. That is soy.
Well, I'm telling you, Oregon's going to be weird for a while.
I think you got a
Montana,
point.
someplace where there's not a lot of people, would probably be your best bet.
I just changed my mind. I think if you don't go
Wyoming.
on dirt bikes and you go on a Tahoe, you give me a gun, I'd be a viable option for security. I'd go with you.
Your numbers are getting better, man.
I know, AC in the car. I'm on your road trip.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, as big as we are, if you do die on the road, I'm not burying you all the way. I'm just leaving the paws hanging out, You're going to have a leg hanging
I'm
out
okay
of your
with
grave.
that.
Like, Zach, we missed you, throw a rock on you.
You know what? How about we go to the nuclear power plant and figure out how to shut it down or operate it?
Right, that's not going to happen.
Why not?
I know nothing about nuclear power other than you don't want to be around it while it's not being maintained.
Have you not heard of Chernobyl?
We would be maintaining it.
You might be maintaining it. I'm not going anywhere
Okay,
around
well,
that thing.
I'm going to maintain
I tell you
it.
what, you do that and then let us know
And
when you're finished.
that's where I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to make sure this shit runs.
We're
The
gonna
little
come
bit
back
I know about nuclear power plants is the further you get away from gamma rays, the better you are.
In 10 years, we're going to come back to see Xavier. He's going to have a baby growing up top
Oh
of
yeah,
his
he's going to have a head in the back of his head.
It's my tumor.
Dragging it along.
Hey, everybody, meet JoJo.
Yeah, so I think we will be on our motorcycles. Zach will be in the Tahoe with probably a four-wheel drive. We have a lot of cars in the way, People aren't going to just move their cars to the side of the road. You'd have to move cars constantly. That's why the dirt bike thing is so cool, is you can just get around.
That's why we hook up a trailer to the back of your Tahoe and we trail one of those beautiful bobcats, laying around.
Yeah, and I think shelter-wise, I'm going to go with the treehouse kind of idea. Because I think
Swiss
you're going to
Family
have
Robinson kind of
mad
idea?
packs of people chasing after you and trying to get your stuff.
You're going to want to be high?
You're going to want to be high. You're not going to want to tent somewhere where, you're sleeping in an orange tent in the woods and then all of a sudden boom, 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 and they take all your stuff and you're dead.
They make orange tents.
They make camouflage tents. I guess maybe that's a good. They do make orange. I own an orange tent.
So you
Come
can
and get
so
me.
you can live up in the trees.
I don't know about the trees, but I'd get a deer stand, something that I could put ratchet up there, get in, sleep in the because no one's going to.
So it would be in a tree, like I just said.
I don't know. I'm not following you.
Excuse me. I'm going to be running a nuclear power plant with AC and all the great things that come with electricity.
And JoJo crawling.
So when you get to the nuclear power plant, what is your first thing you're going to do? You're going to want to shut the rods down, right?
No, I'm going to keep it
You're
running.
going to keep it running?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
That nuclear power plant down the road from us supplies 20% of Louisiana's power.
What did we say, 90% of the population died already?
80% of the population's
So
dead.
does that mean no more government?
There are people above our pay grade running that thing that...
I could figure it out. It can't be that hard. It's just nuclear physics.
Right.
There's a book.
I had a hard enough time with college algebra. You're not going to want me around. You're like, take your dirt bikes and leave.
The world needs ditch diggers, Brian. The world needs ditch diggers.
There was a movie called Night of the Comet. Have any of y'all seen that?
No, I've never seen that.
1984.
Never seen it.
The comet flew past Earth, and anyone that was not in a brick shelter or a lead room or some kind of nice shelter turned into zombies or turned to dust and died. No, you died and turned into dust if you were outside. And it was like the 4th of July or something. But if you were partially touched by the comet, you turned into a zombie. So there was very few people left on Earth. But it was still an amazing movie. They went shopping in the mall.
Oh, it's an 80s movie?
It's an 80s movie. So there was nobody in the mall. They went shopping, just took all the best stuff, best clothes. It was a B movie.
We're going to watch this movie, Xavier, and we're going to talk about it.
And what's the name of it again?
Night of the Comet.
Night of the Comet.
Yeah. We'll watch it.
So, Zach, you had a End of the World movie. You said that was pretty good.
Yeah, The Day After Tomorrow.
What was that? Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah, it was filmed.
That was with Denny Quaid.
It was a 2004 movie, and I don't. Was it Dennis Quaid?
It was Denny Quaid, and it was about global warming or something like that. And they had like the perfect storm, and the entire planet started freezing itself.
Exactly.
It was the next ice age.
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
Oh, Denny Quaid.
Denny Quaid.
I'm looking it up here. It's a 2004 movie. His character was Jack Hall. Denny Quaid.
Denny Quaid. It was a good movie. I remember seeing it in theaters.
We're going to have to
I
watch
used
that.
to like his brother. Oh, Randy
Quaid. Oh, I love Randy Quaid.
Why'd
Is this the Randy
why'd
we
that
brought
guy
up earlier?
sort of go away?
Randy Quaid from Vacation. Uncle Eddie.
Oh, Uncle Eddie.
Uncle Eddie's amazing.
He's a Quaid?
Shitter's full.
Shitter's full.
Shitter's full.
Mr. Shitter's full himself. He's actually completely nuts.
I feel like he would survive in the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Cousin Eddie.
I follow him on Instagram. He is complete, real deal.
He's like a pro squatter.
Yeah, he's nuts. And then
How so? What do you mean nuts? Like prepper nuts?
talking peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Is he smooth?
Oh no, he's not.
He's past nuts. He's a nut product.
He's a nut product. He's processed nuts. But funny guy, funny guy. But
So Brian, how are we gonna get a celebrity on the show? You got any idea?
no idea how to get a celebrity on the show. I was thinking maybe I could call Madonna, but
Well,
then
you're friends with Bill Murray, aren't you?
I'm friends with Bill Murray. I'm friends with Madonna. I'm also friends with Sheena E.
Instagram friends, right?
No, real friends actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, real friends. True story. Y'all want to hear a true story?
Let's hear the true story.
Met the original Dennis the Menace.
Is this your bowler knot?
It's my bowler knot.
Like the
The
TV
black
Dennis the
and
Menace?
white Dennis the Menace.
You're 42. You probably would have met him as a grown man. You met a few people. You really met Danny DeVito, didn't you?
I'm going to say that's true.
I'm going to say it's true too. You've met some some really interesting people. I know that for sure.
Now, I don't know if it was from like bartending or something like that, but you've met some interesting people.
I have met a bunch of interesting people.
You met Britney
Jay
Spears
North.
too, didn't you?
What's that?
You met Britney Spears too, didn't
I
you?
met Britney Spears, but I met Jay North at the Doubletree Hotel in the lakefront on Causeway. His wife came in and said, "We seen my husband, Dennis the Menace," and I'm thinking, like, "Oh, he's a joker, huh? He's a joke." And then he walks around the corner and it's Jay North, and he talk about a really nice guy, funny. Gave me autograph
Jay
pictures.
North. Who did he play as?
He played Dennis the Menace.
Oh, okay.
He was actually Dennis the Menace. And then we met, what's his name? Zach, you just mentioned him. I went blank.
Dennis Quaid.
Not Dennis Quaid.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
I like you put your hands short. Like
Danny DeVito. We met him at Dornax, and all my kids were small, and he was he had a limoncello he was advertising, and he signed up for more than he was going to bite off because my kids were climbing all over him. My kids violated Danny DeVito. They were small. I think one point in time somebody hit him in the nuts. It was.
They were climbing all over him like
I have pictures of this,
and you don't think that's something that could be done? Danny DeVito being violated. He's usually the violator.
They did a pretty good number on him. He got it. We got our money's worth on that one. So, but I do have a bottle of limoncello that says "Always Sunny." So there you go. That was something nice to walk away from.
Cool.
So are we done with the end of the world discussion?
Well, I got one more bowl for y'all before we go.
Oh, are we still doing the bowl?
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot we moved on to bowl.
There was a discussion earlier on whether we wanted it in the beginning or the end, so it ended up being in the end because we just kind of passed.
Welcome to Bowl or Not. We're bullshitting each other.
Welcome back.
All right, well,
welcome back.
I'm gonna see if I want to see if I can slip this by you guys. The national animal for Scotland is the unicorn.
I'm going to say bull because unicorns aren't real.
I don't think Scotland has any animals except for sheep.
I'm changing my answer because
no, I
didn't Google it. I could have. They drink a lot in Scotland. So I'm going to say that's true because they could fathom up something like that.
I'm going to have to go with Zach on this one. They probably drink a shit ton.
National animal of Scotland.
Whoa!
Good job, Zach.
Believe it or not, who would know?
Man, way to hit the brakes and U-turn on that bitch.
Unicorn, huh? Those guys are wasted.
It's in the water.
Oh, it's in the water. It's in the whiskey.
All right, I want to go with my bowl or not. You ready on this?
Let's go.
All right. So let me get to my my facts here. So over 290 people have died climbing Mount Everest. Okay, there is a guy that was left on Mount Everest that died in 1996. And they know him as a marker on the mountain. You get to a certain height, and they see him. And what they call him, his name is Green Boots.
Green Boots.
When they get to this certain point, they say, "Oh, we're so high, that's Green Boots." They just left this dude on the mountain as he had died, and they call him Green Boots because his boots are green and you can see him.
That is 100% true. I've seen all the pictures, and there's multiple people that are different markers for different heights. And yes, they did leave his body up there. Because it is so dangerous to go and retrieve that body that nobody's going to risk their lives.
I want to call you on this because you said you're like they just left him down up there. You would have left him up there. You would have been like, I had a hard time getting myself up here.
Yes,
it's like
It's
true. Like 30,000 feet. We're going to leave him.
It's not like they didn't like the guy.
I mean, I kind of feel like that.
Yeah, you might have told some bad jokes.
My feelings are hurt for this
We
guy.
are not the U.S. Marines. We will leave a man behind.
I mean, it's not like you're on top of a sandy dune. I mean, it's ice. Just push him. He'll keep going.
Right.
He'll just start rolling. What if he creates a snowball and destroys the town below?
Oh, well.
I read an article lately that there's a line. There's such a long line getting up there. People are dying waiting in line to get to the top of Everest. I'm like,
I'd rather wait in line at Disney World.
I don't know. I've almost died a few times waiting in line for Everest.
Man, I can't even imagine. Imagine having to pee on Everest. You pull your junk out and it just falls off because it's too cold.
No.
Nope.
Or you pee on yourself and your pants freeze to your leg.
Not climbing.
Not climbing.
Do you have another bull or not?
Yeah, actually I do. So here in Louisiana we grow a lot of sugar cane, right? Right. Say right. Right. Okay.
Right.
When you're right, you're right. And you're always right. Louisiana, U.S., actually, I'll just say United States, is one of the top producers of sugar in the country. In the world.
I agree with that. We were raised around cane. So, you know.
And Xavier, you're Brian.
Say it again.
Brian's saying it's true.
What was
The United States is one of the top producers of sugar, in the top 10 in the world.
I'd say that's true because of Louisiana.
It's not. We're not even on the top 10.
What?
What?
Who's number one?
Brazil is number
I
one.
believe that.
India, China, Thailand, Pakistan, Mexico, Colombia, Indonesia.
Oh no! You know what? We don't use sugar. We use high fructose
Philippines.
corn syrup.
And, oh wait, I lied. It's bullshit. Number 10. United
We're number
States.
10. We made it. We made it.
Good job. Good job, America.
Good job, America.
Jeez, way to drop the ball on that, huh?
It can't be first at everything. You know?
I know.
It kind of starts pissing people off when we're first at everything. You know, we're like the dream team of everything. And you go to another country, that's why they hate us all. They're like, they win everything.
They really do.
Yeah. Then you go to the Olympics. It's not even fun for other countries. They're like we've got stacks and stacks
30
of gold
gold
medals and stuff like that. And
We all can't be Michael Phelps.
can't be Michael Phelps.
But we have.
We literally can't
I
beat
can barely
Michael Phelps.
swim.
I
That's
can
probably
float.
where they'd get me. I'd be trying to cross a river or a lake or something like that. You're like, God damn, I knew this was gonna happen.
All right, so y'all ready for my bowl or not?
Oh, here we go.
I thought we were
Here we
done.
go.
It's usually always bull with you, man.
All right, so
Jeez, here we
since
go
we're talking
again.
about the apocalypse, so the United States military has a plan. It's called War Plan Green to invade Mexico, provided that Mexico became a superpower and was a threat to our homeland. Bull or not?
I know you didn't come up with Warplane Green all on your own. I'm going to say the facts lead there that somebody had come up with some kind of plan to invade Mexico.
It wouldn't be hard to do. I don't think.
Brian says that's true.
I say it's true.
What's it called? Warplane Green?
War Plan Green.
I think you got the color green from your glasses on your head. So
I don't even see that.
and I don't
see
see
the
you
color.
coming up with that on your own. Well, actually, I do kind of see you coming up with that on your own. I'm going to say it's bold.
So we got Brian.
No bull?
We got a no bowl and a bowl.
No bull or bull. Let's see who's right.
Is it bowl or not?
It's bullshit. I made that
Yay!
up.
Wah, 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 wah.
It's wah wah wah. It's bullshit. I made that up.
Yeah.
That sounded really convincing.
Okay.
You're getting better.
Are y'all ready for number 2?
I wouldn't look forward to that.
I am ready
Same.
for a number 2.
Same thing. The United States military has a plan called War Plan Red to invade Canada.
That's too obvious. It's true.
Is it though?
You would go with one with bold
I mean,
and one with red. Why would you come up with
bullshitted
Operation
Brian
Green and Operation?
on War Plan Red.
I'm gonna say it's true.
Sure. I could have 2 bowls.
I'm gonna say it's true.
I'm going with true, too.
It is true.
We want to go get Canada?
So you're going to have troops from Bellingham. This is the attack plan. Troops from Bellingham, I'm not sure where that is, to occupy Vancouver. Troops from Grand Forks, I guess that's Michigan, to take Winnipeg. Troops from Detroit to seize Toronto. Troops from Buffalo to disable Niagara Falls power grid. They got a waterfall power grid. They don't even use the nuclear.
We could do
Wouldn't we
this.
even need to send military? Couldn't we just send a letter and Canada would be like, okay.
Okay, yeah.
I said we could do that this
They
weekend.
wouldn't want to upset us.
We could do that this weekend. I mean, maybe 2 weekends. We should do it before it gets cold.
Yes, I agree.
I mean,
We'll occupy Canada during the times it's not cold.
Right. Like right now would be a great time to occupy Canada. Just wait.
Moose steak.
Yeah, moose steak. And then if you just wait till like dusk when everybody's getting stoned, you can just move in over there. I've seen Trailer Park Boys. I know what they're doing up there.
Whoa now.
So
Yeah, that's my bowl or not.
is that your bowl or not?
That's my bowl or not.
End of the world.
End of the world. I feel like we're gonna have to touch back on this topic maybe one day.
I think so. Maybe you could ask Forrest his thoughts on this.
We'll get some survival specialists like
Oh,
Forrest.
he's been in the military, so he's got some good stuff. Like, you know,
He could judo chop people.
I don't know if he knows the judo chop.
Do you know in Zombieland when they head to Hollywood, they finally get to Hollywood, and Woody Harrelson brings them all to Bill Murray's house? Can we do that? Can we do that trip?
Go to Bill Murray's house?
Bill Murray's house.
Absolutely.
Bill Murray, if you're listening, we would like to take a trip to your house.
I think there's a lot of people that's going to...
Or you can take a trip to our house. We'll have a party. You can crash and
We
do
will
our
give you
dishes.
food. Ryan will cook you steaks.
Delicious steaks.
I had steaks the other night from Brian.
He's lived in L.A. a long time, so I think he's probably a vegan or a...
Simon said he owns a team in Minnesota.
He does own a team. That doesn't change it. He's lived in L.A. for so long that, you know, somebody said that you could rob a store in L.A. with gluten.
Everybody get back! I have bread.
Buddy bread. Get back.
I've got a whole loaf to prove it.
People stop. He's got a bread.
It's sliced. He can hit every one of us.
Yeah. Just pull out a loaf of French bread. Don't make me use this thing.
I toasted it this morning.
Do you want a crumb?
That's another state I think that's going to have some big problems. You know,
They're going to cause their own apocalypse.
Looks like they're trying to do it on their own right now.
Will they fall in?
Oh man. Well, I mean, they would be good at living. I mean, a lot of homeless people live in tents, so they'd be good. You know,
If California
infrastructure
fell into the ocean, would they float?
No. Not at all.
They're too big-headed.
As Tool said, welcome
We
to
just
Arizona
lost our
Bay.
California base.
Welcome to Arizona Bay.
But yeah, that's another state I would probably stay away from.
Have you ever been to California?
Never been to California.
It is beautiful.
Oh, I hear it's absolutely gorgeous.
It is incredible.
It depends where you go.
Yeah,
There's some good parts of California, but there's also bad parts.
That's like any state. There's good parts, and then there's not so good parts. Like there's good parts of Arkansas. If you ever been to Lake Ouachita, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Ouachita?
Just don't go to
How do they really say that in Arkansas?
Ouachita?
Yeah.
How do you say
How do
that?
the Arkansasians, or whatever you call them?
More like Lake Ouachita.
Lake
Ouachita.
What was that word you used as an example for Amy when she says something is wide?
Wad.
Like wide?
That's wad open.
There's
That's a 10-foot wide gap. That's 10 foot wide.
Gotta go
open.
spray.
Oh, I went outside and the hose pipe was wide open, Braun.
Ron.
Hey, how y'all doing? That's it. It's
So
a
we'll have to
beautiful
go to
action.
Ouachita?
This is Arkansas Brian. Or Ron.
Brown. Yeah, and if anybody knows, my in-laws have a hard time saying Brian. It's Bron, B-R-O-N.
Well, Ron, it's been fun having you on Baffled by
Thank you.
Bold.
Thank you for having
Thank you
me.
for coming.
Yeah,
I
hopefully-
hope
was
the
a good
drive
episode.
wasn't too much.
I think Brian might be a regular.
I
But
said I hope the drive wasn't too much.
it was pretty bad. I was upset we didn't get a train. Because I want a Baffled by Bull shirt
Dude,
that
we
says
oughta-
Baffled by Bull, and then on the back it says Train!
I think I hear one.
I think, wait, I have an idea. Because Brian lives not far from here, that's why we're joking about it. What, maybe a mile?
Right about.
You should try to hop a train here.
Yeah, no.
No. I'd rather not go to
Problem
jail.
is, most of them are doing 70 miles an hour.
They're doing 70 miles an hour. And then
Hey, look, there goes Brian.
All right, first up, you'd have to climb up the rocks, and then you'd have to run on the rocks, and then you'd have to run as fast as the train to jump onto the train, which is like 5 feet in the air.
right, and then I would.
So
have
that's
to,
a big no?
I would have to want to do any of that.
I'm going to call that a hard no.
I could just hop in my car and vroom, drive on over,
There you go.
3 minutes?
or I can get that dirt bike I'm always talking about.
Ding, 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 ding.
You could drive it on the tracks like in Groundhog
I
Day.
would do that. Definitely. even though dirt bikes and loose rocks are not friends. But
there you go. Anyway, I think this was a good episode. Zach, you want to...
Thanks for having me.
No, I think we did good. End of the world. Welcome to our first guest. Thanks, Brian, for coming on.
Y'all have y'all homework with the Comet movie.
Yes, we're going to watch the Comet movie, and I think we're actually going to start watching movies, and we're going to do commentary and live stream them. And we'll invite Brian over to come and live stream.
Brian.
But no, it's been a good episode. I'm glad you guys listened to it.
Gracias.
Thank you for being on Baffled by Bo.
Adios.
Auf Wiedersehen.